I still remember when the original Sony FX3 changed the conversation around compact cinema cameras. Since its debut in 2021, it has become one of the most trusted tools for solo filmmakers, documentary creators, YouTubers, commercial shooters, and independent cinematographers. Instead of trying to be everything for everyone, the FX3 focused on what professionals actually needed: outstanding low-light performance, dependable autofocus, unlimited recording, excellent thermal management, professional audio support, and a compact body that could fit almost any production setup. For countless creators, it became the camera that simply worked when the pressure was highest. Whether filming a wedding in dim reception halls, capturing documentaries in unpredictable environments, or producing commercial content with minimal crews, the FX3 earned its reputation through reliability rather than flashy marketing. Now, in the second half of 2026, that remarkable story appears ready to enter its next chapter. This time, however, the excitement isn't being driven by internet speculation alone. Instead, it is supported by something far more substantial: a regulatory registration that strongly suggests Sony's long-awaited successor, the Sony FX3 II, is finally on the way. What makes this moment feel different from every previous rumor is the type of evidence behind it. For years, discussions about an FX3 successor circulated across forums, YouTube channels, and rumor websites. Some predictions claimed a release was just months away, while others suggested Sony would skip directly to an entirely different cinema line model. None of those rumors were backed by official documentation. This time, however, there is an actual regulatory filing. On April 24, 2026, Sony's manufacturing and registration partner in Shanghai submitted paperwork for a new camera model carrying the ILME-FX designation. That single detail immediately caught the attention of industry observers because Sony reserves the ILME-FX naming convention specifically for its cinema line cameras. Previous models like the original FX3 and the FX6 both carried the same family designation before their official announcements. This isn't a generic registration for an accessory, lens, or consumer device. It points directly toward another full-frame cinema line camera. Regulatory filings may sound boring at first glance, but within the camera industry they often represent one of the strongest indicators that a new product is approaching launch. Manufacturers cannot simply begin selling professional electronic devices without completing various certification processes for wireless communication, batteries, and other hardware requirements. Historically, Sony tends to announce many of its cameras within a few months after these registrations become public. Looking at previous product launches, a 3 to 5 month window has often separated regulatory approval from official announcements. Since this particular filing appeared in late April, many analysts believe the Sony FX3 II could arrive sometime before the end of September 2026. That timeline also aligns perfectly with the annual IBC exhibition, one of the largest international events dedicated to broadcasting, filmmaking, and professional video production. Sony has frequently used major trade shows like IBC to introduce cinema line products because they attract filmmakers, broadcasters, rental houses, and production companies from around the world. If Sony wants maximum visibility for its next compact cinema camera, IBC would provide the perfect stage. The timing becomes even more interesting when viewed alongside Sony's broader product strategy. During the same period, another unidentified Sony camera also appeared in regulatory filings, with many industry insiders believing it represents an entry-level consumer model. Only weeks before that, another registration surfaced carrying the ILCE7RM6 designation, widely expected to become the next generation Sony A7R flagship. Seeing multiple cameras move through the certification pipeline within such a short period suggests Sony is preparing one of its busiest product cycles in recent years. Rather than introducing a single headline product, the company appears to be refreshing multiple segments simultaneously, from consumer cameras to high-resolution photography models and professional cinema equipment. That coordinated approach indicates careful long-term planning rather than isolated product development. Competitive pressure also provides another compelling reason why the FX3 II feels increasingly inevitable. Since the original FX3 launched, the compact cinema camera market has changed dramatically. Back in 2021, Sony largely dominated this category. Today, however, nearly every major manufacturer has recognized the growing demand for lightweight, cinema-oriented full-frame cameras. Canon has expanded its lineup with cameras specifically designed to challenge Sony's position among hybrid creators and professional filmmakers. According to industry reports, Canon's EOS R6V, introduced during 2026, targets many of the same customers who once automatically chose the FX3. Sony's regulatory filing actually appeared several weeks before Canon officially announced that camera, suggesting Sony was already preparing its response well before the competition reached the market. That timing feels less like coincidence and more like strategic planning. Beyond Canon, Nikon has also transformed itself into a serious competitor in professional video production. Just a few years ago, Nikon wasn't widely considered a major player in the dedicated cinema camera market. That perception has changed significantly following its expanding video ambitions and its closer relationship with Red Digital Cinema. Newer Nikon cinema products have attracted considerable attention by offering advanced recording formats, impressive dynamic range, and aggressive pricing aimed directly at independent filmmakers. As more professionals compare options across Sony, Canon, Nikon, Panasonic, and Blackmagic design, Sony can no longer rely solely on the reputation established by the original FX3. Innovation has become essential for maintaining leadership. If these expectations prove accurate, September 2026 could become one of the most important moments in Sony's cinema line history. Rather than replacing the legacy of the original FX3, the Sony FX3 II has the opportunity to build upon it, carrying forward everything filmmakers already love while delivering the improvements demanded by an increasingly competitive professional video market. For creators who have waited patiently since 2021, the countdown may finally be entering its final chapter.